This is my jam. Keep me partying to the AM. Y'all don't understand. Make me throw my hands in the air, air, air.
He makes you fly like ship on a hand glider and makes you feel like a viper full up inside her. One fish spread the legs like divider. Wider, look for your marathon rider. He makes you fly like ship on a hand glider.
We're not aiming at counseling children on sexual abuse and bereavement as such, and not on HIV/AIDS, because there's lots that exists on those three topics. But we're aiming at counseling children on a whole variety of situations they come across and how to make their life better and what they can do. And yeah, on trauma as well, but indirectly. We dance as a tool for counseling children on confusing norms in society. So we have two main parties involved in dance and counseling. There's the counselors who will be helped through the dance because the dance opens up topics on which they can then counsel children. And then we have the dancers involved in it to help the children gain confidence and self-esteem, to helping them make a really beautiful dance and helping them learn new stuff.
Our hands are together, then over, slide, back, drop.
I'm a hip-hop instructor and sometimes a performer as well, and I also delve in drama and theatre, but specifically with the program that we're doing right now, I'm instructing hip-hop classes with Volens here at Chiedza Child Centre, and our target is pretty much to use hip-hop as a means to counsel kids and for them to open up about a lot of the social issues that they deal with.
There's traditional norms on how to behave, and of course there's a lot of influence that reaches Zimbabwe via television, and hip-hop is one of those subcultures that throw a bit of confusion on how we are supposed to behave.
In the hip-hop itself as well, there's so many different styles that allow for us to facilitate workshops over quite a lengthy period of time, whereby we have daily discussions on different things. For example, we initially started off with confidence, and one of the things that a lot of people have in life is inhibition, and it actually stops a lot of us from dancing because of that. Whereas with the culture of street dance, it actually promotes people being free and getting into circles and dancing one after the other. So we managed to get that out of the kids in the first.
The other themes that we've talked about being confident, be sexy, show off what you've got, and be trusting. Today we've got be cooperative.
Which one did you like most of those themes?
Be confident.
Why do you think that be confident is most important?
Because if you are confident, many people will like you and then you support you in everything you do.
When do you not feel confident?
When some people pull me down, cannot feel confident or discourage me.
Like, for instance, does that happen?
When I was at the camp at cover my manja tikaenda vanonoka chikudzikisira vane svi zvanongochita kana pane ma leadership ataidzidziswa zvuti kana kuri pane vana pana pachiedza unofanira leader vana sei saka munhu kamira pamberi pevamwe uchitaura mamwe mapenzi anenge akanyora vamwe vatanga kuseka.
A hip-hop norm like be confident is really a generally accepted norm. There's no confusion about that. Everybody will give children the same message. But we help them to identify why perhaps they are not confident or have to act as if they are confident. This could be caused by trauma. We make them aware of this and we give them all the information they need to be able to identify it in themselves and then ask for individual counseling.
Yesterday you said you have to? We have to be?
Trusting!
We have to be?
Trusting!
And from today's lesson we have to?
Be cooperating!
We have to be?
Cooperating!
Okay, that's very good. And now let's put the energy.
We
we've been using hip-hop as a tool of self-expression. This is whereby we try to get self-confidence in our children, to find out if they can be cooperative with others, be happy, be trusting, and release, feel free, and let go.
We've even delved into sexuality because a lot of the times in hip-hop culture, if you watch television these days, there seem to be a lot of very, suggestive, sexually suggestive influences that come across. And the thing is, what we try to do is find the positive in identifying the results of that sexuality in dancing. And for example, one of our good examples is, if a girl is dressed in a mini skirt, does that facilitate for someone to possibly want to rape her? So we get very topical, we get very down to the nitty-gritty. It's very real. The kids are very young, and yet at the very same time they've been exposed to a lot, and so you'd be surprised at how much you can actually get out of them through such mediums.
Okay, with a hip-hop norm like be sexy, there is room for debate. We create 3 cards. One says it's okay to be sexy, another one says never try to be sexy, and one says I do not know. And then children choose in which group they want to sit, behind which of the signs. In fact, those who say I do not know, they are more or less confused. So what we want is for that group to clear, so that by the end of the argument game, everybody is in 2 groups and has formed an opinion about being sexy. But we do not have anyone anymore who doesn't know or is confused, who doesn't know how to go about these confusing norms in society. Some of the norms in hip-hop will also help them identify possible trauma in themselves, such that then we advise them to go and seek individual counselling from some of the counsellors at Chiedza.
The other thing that's really nice with using hip-hop is the fact that it's also very spirited, and so the kids enjoy it a lot. So I think that's probably where they find the freedom to discuss such serious topics, is because we first start off by having a really fun session of dancing, and by the end of it all they're screaming and they're laughing and they're so happy that when we have our group discussions, I think they're finally released and they had such a good day that they're willing to deal with like several different topics. We've dealt with trust as well. We've dealt with different styles like b-boying, whereby you're actually required to depend on other people to support your weight so that you can execute certain moves like holds and lifts. And so we tried these moves out the other day, and a lot of the kids initially found it a bit hard to trust someone, because one of the exercises we did required them to fall back with their eyes closed and depend on someone else to catch them. And it's just simple things like that they can then be attached to the counselling, and how easy it is to come to terms with trusting people.
Yeah.
For example, in Be Trusting, so many of our children do not trust, are not able to trust those people maybe that they live with, or those that are in the community, for the reasons that some of them have been sexually abused, they've been physically abused, and now is trying to make them aware that they can trust again. 8-year-old came through and reported that she had been manhandled. She came up and actually said that I had been manhandled and that she needed further counselling, one-on-one counselling, and right now we're trying to deal with that situation and see how best she can be helped.
So we have identified different hip-hop norms which the children are taught and which they are asked to employ in the dance. But it's not that we are saying that those have to be the hip-hop norms. In the counselling, we contrast them with other norms or opposite norms that are part of messages that also come through them through various people.
Thank you for what you've done for us.
She just took a shower. They never ever hear say me devour. Beat that out, wash it out and scour. Addicted to them, me need like flour.